Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawa Shai, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, from Apostle Tar on down. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Kabash once again, and just want to go into a very short discourse on the unruliness of the tongue. Recently I was in a situation, last night to be specific, where I lost my temper and acted and said things that I am now ashamed of, without going into much, details of the situation, right? And, I was meditating upon it, through the night and this morning, and, the Spirit got on me to do a video, an exhortation, as the precept said, let all things be done unto edification. So I'm hoping that, this lesson will be edifying and comforting and be a source of exhortation for brothers who face the same challenge. Right? This is James chapter 3 and verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnations. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and a bridle also to the whole, and able also to bridle the whole body. Right? So it said, if any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man. Because it will go down to explain that controlling your words or filtering your words is one of the hardest things to do. And as a man in this truth, is something that we should strive to do, because most often the first thing that comes to your mind is the wrong thing to say, and most often our first reaction is an emotional one, right? And will only cause us to act foolishly, right? Verse 3, behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great and are driven of fierce winds, yet are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue amongst our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Right? So though the tongue is one of the smallest members of your body, right, it's the one that can get you in the most trouble. Like I say, like precept say, it's set afire, and the fire is set on fire of hell. Meaning your tongue will bring you tribulation, right? As the precept say in Ecclesiasticus, it's better to slip upon a pavement than to slip by the tongue, right? For every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and things in the sea is tamed, and has been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Right? So, seeing that this is the case with our current situations, we have to pray to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, to give us that temperance, to give us that continence, to control, as much as possible our reactions, right, and remain in the Spirit, especially when we're on the highways and the byways, and Jake come up and Jake will say, Jake will always say shit to try to get you riled up, whether it be the black woman or whether it be just some other scoffer coming up, right? We have to be able to remain in the Spirit and not react emotionally or carnally to that situation, right? Because the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh, right? And we are ambassadors. We are ambassadors of Yahweh Shai. We are ambassadors of Yahweh, and as such, we need to act accordingly. Look at a carnal example. If Putin sent his foreign minister, his foreign ambassador Sergei Lavrov, to America to deliver a message on behalf of the Russian president, and somebody in the president's cabinet said something to offend Lavrov, and he reacted in an emotional way that ended up being disrespectful, being dishonorable, to his mother country, right? How would Putin react to that, right? So instead he has to bridle his reactions, he has to bridle his tongue, and react and respond in a way that is respectful of his position. Right? So we have to remember that we hold a dignified position in this world as prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, as oracles and representatives in this dispensation. Right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Right? Read verse 8 as well. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud. Right? So the key point of this lesson is to pray to the Heavenly Father to give us patience, to not be hasty in the spirit, to not be hasty to speak, to not be hasty to react emotionally and carnally. Right? And that way we can weigh our words in the balance, as the precept said, right? And truly go according to the Spirit. Because the Spirit will lead you, as long as you let the emotions are temporary, and most of them are demons, especially the strong ones. Right? And if you give in to those emotions, that's when demons hop on you, right? And you say or do something that you wouldn't normally do. You know, I've actually read a quote, you know, yesterday before the whole thing happened, and it said that anger is a temporary madness. You lose sanity for a second, and you do something that you wouldn't normally do in character. Right? So, brothers, be careful, be mindful of that. Right? That's just the gist of this lesson. Right? So again, I hope this was edifying, and shalom.